Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, another arrival from eBay. This is a Marx, a pre-war Marx Commodore Vanderbilt. And found it on eBay. Talked to the guy. I'm not crazy about how it's packed. That sounds like peanuts. Anyway, it does not run. He said it. All it does is buzzes. So I figured I would go ahead and buy it. 12 bucks. So we'll see what is up with this. And it, okay, no peanuts. Wow. It's just wrapped in bubble wrap, it looks like. Hold on. All right. I think I just pull it out. So, a pre-war Marx Commodore Vanderbilt. As you see, spoked wheels, which is one of the main reasons I bought it. So, anyway, I talked to the guy. It does not run. He said he put it on the track. All it does is buzz. Well, it looks like it's been oiled recently. It's missing the light bulb. The headlight is in it. But in overall condition, this is actually pretty... Oh, I see. All right, well, hold on. Let me pull the camera off the tripod. What do you notice about this? See that? It's missing the bottom screw for the brush plate. So it's dirty, as you can see. Actually quite dirty. But this is genuine pre-war. Like I said, I bought it for the wheels again. Let's put this on the rail and see what it actually does. Power is on. Let me get this tripod out of the way. Hold on a minute. All right, let's see what happens. Nothing. As I said, it is missing that bottom screw. Hold on, I gotta put the camera back on the tripod. Give me a second. All right, hold on a minute. All right, let me go through my parts. Hold on. All right. One of these will probably fit. All right. Now this is actually a 632 screw. The later motors used a sheet metal screw. Let's see if this one will fit. This is actually the screw out of a 595, or it's a motor mounting screw. All right, screw is in. Let's try it now and see what happens. Hold on, let me grab the camera off the tripod, and the winner is, look at this. $12 on eBay. That is running just absolutely perfectly. Now, there was only 2 photos of this. Like I said, I bought it for the wheels. Again, this is the 3rd one now that I bought for the wheels, and obviously I'm not going to tear this apart. Well, that's running just absolutely splendidly. A bit sluggish in reverse, but it probably hasn't been run in years. You see how dirty it is. Well, I still got that passenger consist on the outside rail. Let's see if this will pull it. I kind of doubt it, but let's see. So, again, it's incredibly dirty, as you can see. Wheels are covered in grime and grit, but it is in really decent condition. That being a relative term. Remember, this thing is 75 years old. All right, let's see what happens. Well, let's try. No, it's just not going to pull that. Oh, wait a minute. I've got a wheel off. Let's try it now. Nope, just too heavy for that to pull. All right. Let's do this. This is a Marx consist. I probably should have tested this one first. All right, let's try this and see how it runs. There we go. Now, you tell me, was that worth 12 bucks? I bought this for the wheels, again. Spoked wheels, as you see. Huh. Well, it was definitely worth the 12 bucks. As you see, I haven't even oiled this yet. It was missing the bottom screw and the brush plate. Now that's running just absolutely splendidly. It is sluggish going into reverse. Well, it was definitely worth what I paid for it. There's no doubt about that. So I replaced that screw. Nothing else. I've done nothing else to this. I haven't even oiled it yet. That is in... no, it's dirty, as you can see. I mean, it's really dirty. So, pull the motor out, get this thing cleaned up. This is in really decent shape. It's been in storage for years. You can see all the dirt down in the spokes on the wheels. There's not a speck of rust on it at all. The shroud is intact. It's loose, but the shroud is on it. A spot of rust there, but not bad. You can see it's been oiled. So anyway, I talked to this guy. He said it would just buzz. He figured the E-unit was gone. And there was only a couple of photos of it. Anyway, I made him an offer, 12 bucks, and he accepted it. And here it is. Anyway, replaced that bottom screw, and it is up and running. It is running just absolutely perfectly. There's nothing wrong with this at all. Now that is cool. Yeah, it's definitely sluggish in reverse. Not in forward, though. Anyway, this is running just absolutely perfectly. So a bit of judicious cleaning on this. It doesn't need to be lubricated. It's been well oiled, no doubt about that. Anyway, it's up and running. $12 on eBay. Made the guy an offer on it, and he accepted, which was really, really surprising. Now, I talked to this guy twice, and he said he's been trying to get this running, and all it does is buzz. And of course, without that bottom screw, the bottom screw in that brush plate provides ground to the brushes. You know, a lot of people assume that screw just holds the brush plate in place. So they don't think about a missing screw. They just figure it's a missing screw, but that is actually quite important screw. Without that screw, the motor will not run. So there's lots of oil on this, lots and lots. So he probably thought it was an electrical problem or a mechanical problem, and it's just flooded with oil in there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's just glossy with oil. Gears are covered in oil. So he probably thought it was stuck or a problem. And the problem, of course, was that bottom screw. With that screw loose or missing, these motors will not run, period. They just simply will not run. Now, as an expedient, you can put a piece of wire through there if you don't have the screw. Just put a one twist of wire through there, tighten it down. It provides ground to the brushes themselves if you don't have the screw. But it's a common screw. As you see, these are the screws out of the mounting screws out of the 595, 898, whatever. Anyway, I always keep these things in the little parts bin over there. And it is exactly the same screw. In later motors, they actually used a sheet metal screw like they use in the to mount the motor in a 490. But in any case, and this was a prize, no doubt. This is a pre-war Commodore Vanderbilt in really, really decent condition. It's been played with. There's a big ding in it there. Not terrible, but as you can see, overall condition is actually quite good. It's had some play wear, but there's no appreciable amount of damage to it at all. The best part, of course, is the fact that it's running just absolutely perfectly. Like I said, it's been well oiled. There's no doubt about that. It is sluggish going into reverse. But this is running absolutely splendidly. So I'll clean this up a bit, put a headlight in it. The wiring is intact. There's some rust on the mount there. But overall, wow, there's lots of rust on the crossbar. But overall condition, as you can see, I mean, it was definitely worth 12 bucks. The wheels are worth more than 12 bucks, which is what I bought it for. So this is the third one in a row that I bought for the spoked wheels that obviously I am not going to tear apart to get those wheels off of it. See, it is sluggish in reverse, but not forward. Wow. Well, I'm pleased with it, no doubt about that. That's running at about 30% power, as you see. And that's running way too fast. Let's slow it down a bit. Slow it down a bit more. So there's about 20% power on a 100-watt transformer. Pulling an original Marx tin litho. This is one-way couplers. And that spotlight on the end. So as you see, this locomotive is running just absolutely perfectly. Pre-war motor, like I said, I bought it for the wheels. Third one. Anyway, it was worth the 12 bucks. There's no doubt about that. So, in any case, just wanted to do an unboxing video on this. So I'm happy with it, no doubt. So I'll put a light bulb in it. I'll do a follow-up. I'll clean up these wheels a bit. Pull the motor out, take a look at it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this locomotive at all. It's got that ding in it right there. Some playwear, scuffwear. This usually indicates where it's been sitting in a box rather than actual playwear. Because if you notice, the sharp edges still have paint on them. So there isn't a whole lot of playwear on this. This is wear from actually being this side down in a box, very likely. And this is 1938, something like that. Perhaps 1935. So it's between 75 and 80 years old. And as you see, it's had some run time, but not a lot. It's not grooved. It's got some shiny spots. And like I said, I bought it for the wheels. And you can see this is dirty. It's been sitting someplace for a very, very long time. But there's not a hint of rust on this side. There is a spot of rust on that side. Some discoloration. Lots of rust in here. But no major damage. This is all surface rust. You can get this off with a few drops of oil and scrub it with a toothbrush. But it's actually in really, really decent condition. It's just dirty and it's been sitting for a very, very long time. And someone has just flooded this thing with oil. I don't know if you can see that, but I mean, it is just absolutely flooded with oil. On both sides. So, in any case, we will get this cleaned up. I'll do a follow-up video, put a light bulb in it, and we'll take it from there. So I just wanted to do a grand unboxing. As I always stress, don't overlook the junk. This is a pre-war Commodore Vanderbilt, 12 bucks, and all it took was a screw. So, as always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.